Hey coin collectors, and welcome to DC Coin World International Coin Channel. Today we're going to take a look at the 1923 Peace Dollar, or the Liberty Head Dollar. I have this one, and this is a 1923, and this is the Peace Dollar, or the Liberty Head Dollar. And we see that it's Liberty here, wearing this kind of crown, the really nice kind of tiara kind of like crown here. Facing to the left, it says Liberty up through there, and you can see some of this is obscure. That's a technique that they used. This kind of stylized writing across here, "In God We Trust," and looks like a V instead of a U. And then down here at the bottom, you see that there is some initials down here, and this is for Anthony De Francisci. So we can, if we blow it way up, we have the Anthony De Francisci, the A and the I think that's kind of an F-ish look there to it. It says 1923. We tip it up on its edge, and guess what? 90% silver. This is worth about $15 in silver bullion value alone. So it's a nice coin. So if you can get one for $15, I would get one. It was made at the Philadelphia, the Denver, and the San Francisco mints. The mint mark here is hard to find. So if you haven't seen the mint mark on this Liberty Head or Peace Dollar, let's flip over and look for it. First off, why do they call it a Peace Dollar? Because at the bottom, let's see if we can see it, it says Peace, P-E-A-C-E. This was a coin that came out after World War I. They didn't call it World War I then, they called it the War to End All Wars. But unfortunately, we know now that there was a World War II. United States of America around the top, E pluribus unum here, one on this side, dollar on this side, peace here. We have the eagle. There's the eye and the beak, that kind of curved beak. Down here we see the olive branch standing on a rock. And then way over here, see where it is? Right there, there's an S for the San Francisco Mint. At the San Francisco Mint in 1923, they made 19 million of these. There is a MS-67 from the San Francisco Mint, Mint State 67, that goes for $110,000. They also made it at the Denver Mint, where there's an MS-67, and it's a D on the back, a D here instead of an S. That's worth MS-67 worth $120,000, and at the Philadelphia Mint, where there are 7, they found 7 MS-67 pluses, and they're worth about $50,000 each. There are over 25,000 MS-65 or aboves from the Philadelphia Mint. They just did a great job. At the San Francisco Mint, unfortunately, they didn't do a great job. And I quote PCGS, "Characterized by poor strike, lackluster appearance, and excessive bag marks, the 1923 dollar coin is hard to get in any kind of condition." But let's just talk about the 1923 coins. I did a video on the 1923 pennies. When I started doing it, I said, well, there's got to be some other 1923 coins. So I said, let's look for some. So first I looked for, of course, the Mercury dime, and I didn't find any that I have from 1923. This is a 1937 version of it, but they did make it in 1923. In fact, they made the Mercury dime from 1916 to 1945. So it was there, I just don't have one. Of course, they made the penny, 1923. They made the Buffalo head or Indian head nickel, Buffalo reverse Indian head nickel in 1923, but I don't have one that actually can read the date on. I have some other ones that you can read the date on. Here's a 1935, so we know what the date would be right over there. But this could be a 1923. But I've got absolutely no idea. We flip it over onto the back, and we see that it is indeed a Buffalo nickel, but have no idea what the date is. So I have a lot of these coins from the 1923 era with no date on them, so I've got no idea. This one right here, I know this is not a 1923, but I wanted to throw it in to show you why. Here's a 1926, a really kind of nice one, actually. But the problem is that in 1924 and before, there was actually a pedestal here that Standing Liberty was on top of, and it stuck out. And then in 1925, they started making it recessed, and that's why you can see the dates so much better on these. So then I said, okay, well, this one could be a 1923, couldn't it? No, it couldn't, because the Standing Liberty in 1923, they only made the Philly and the San Francisco. They didn't make a Denver, so I know the Standing Liberty is not in 1923. They made it in 1920. They made it in 1924 for Denver. They made it in 1927. They made a lot of years for Denver, but not in 1923. So I know that one's not one. How about this one here? This is, of course, the Walking Liberty, and this is a 1920 something. You can kind of see the two, but I think it's a 1928 if we look at it. So the date on these is going to be right in here. I can see the 2, but I don't think that's a 3 there. So I don't know that I even have the Walking Liberty $50. This is probably somewhere later than 1923, but here we do. All right, well, so we do have another 1923. We'll put it with this 1923. We got no idea the date of this coin here, but we know it's not a 1923, but maybe this one is. Can't tell the mint mark, so it could be a 1923. We can't tell whether this one's a 1923 because we just can't see it at all. And we know this one is not a 1923 because we couldn't find a Mercury dime from 1923 in our collection. All right, that's all we have today for DC CoinWorld International Coin Channel. We'd love to have you subscribe to our channel. Leave any comments you have in the comments section.